Hello, I'm Amy Morella, the current First Selectman of Woodbridge. I'm delighted to be here today with two teachers from Amity, Jan Holzer and Jonathan First. We're here to introduce the first of a new kind of programming for Woodbridge cable television. It's a documentary and it features two of the important institutions in Woodbridge, the Woodbridge Land Trust and the Woodbridge Volunteer Fire Association. John Benichoff, who is a student at Amity and also a Woodbridge resident, is bringing this programming to you today. And I'm delighted that you'll have a chance to see this for two reasons. The Land Trust itself is a very important institution in town. It's been critical in helping the town focus on the importance of preserving open space, and it continues to work hard today on that important issue. The Woodbridge Volunteer Fire Association has existed for over 70 years, and the men and women of the Woodbridge Volunteer Fire Association go out at all hours of the day and night in order to protect your home and mine from fire or carbon monoxide poisoning. So this is a great opportunity for you and for everybody in Woodbridge to learn a little bit more about the Woodbridge Land Trust and the Woodbridge Volunteer Fire Association. Now Jan has a little bit more to tell you about Amity and video.
Thank you. Our students at Amity have a fabulous opportunity for a course in scope and sequence in video production. We begin with a video television 1 course, which is a studio course involving script writing, live television production, and also introduction to editing, and we do a lot of film study. Then we move on to television 2, a TV2 production class, which is intensified with digital editing, and recently we have, Mr. First and I have had the opportunity to present to our Board of Education a proposal for Video 3, which will open up the opportunity for public access television. Mr. First would like to introduce the program.
Thank you, Jan. Jan Holzer's vision and the support of people like Amy Morella have led to a program here at Amity where students can create digital video documentaries. Our goal is to create a regular news magazine. We'll do video segments on the accomplishments of students, faculty, clubs, and sports, as well as on community activities, members, and local events. For the community, we hope to present stories that are informative and entertaining. And most important for the students, we hope to provide an extraordinary school-to-career experience. We're proud of our students' work. In our first show, you'll see 2 short documentaries by John Benichoff. In the spring, Doug Murphy will present a video chronicling a year in the life of Amity. We have an extraordinary school, and the documentary reveals sometimes the story that lies beneath the headlines is the one that must be told. We'd like to hear from you. Tell us about our show, tell us about noteworthy members of the community or activities. Please email us. And now, the first show in our series.
Nickelback, oh, like said, some classic Jethro Tull.
In the shuffling madness of the locomotive breath runs the all-time loser headlong to his death. Oh, it feels a piston scraping, steam breaking on his brow. Old Charlie stole the handle, and the train it won't stop going, no, it could slow down. When that fat old sun in the sky is falling,
Woodbridge Land Trust has, and the town actually, it has an extensive set of trails going all throughout the town. Through our properties, there's the Blue Trail, goes up through the Wallace property, through the Woodbridge Trust property. The town has, and the Woodbridge Land Trust both have Eric Demander as our trail master. And Eric has been really an untiring advocate for open space, as well as somebody who has worked so hard in the past with maintaining trails, building walkways through wetlands. You could see off of, there's a Seymour Road is a beautiful example. And the EPA magazine rated as one of the top 20 boardwalks through a wetlands. And just go, you walk back there and you would not believe you're in the town of Woodbridge.
We're new to Woodbridge. We just moved here a few months ago, but we were familiar. Family grew up here, so we love it back here. You know, the open space is great, man. I mean, you know, it's just, we use it to play football and hike and get exercise. It's a great spot. That's all I can say. Keep it going.
Well, I like the trees and the waterfalls at the end.
Asters, the fields in the middle, and throwing acorns into the water, the waterfall.
Our job is to identify properties that we think are going to fit in with the town's greenway plan and open space conservation plan, and then to show the people of Woodbridge that this is a very important piece of property. A couple of the properties we're working on right now are the Shepherd Farm. We'd love to try to preserve the Shepherd Farm as a farm. We'd like to also, the Hitchcock Farm over on Baldwin Road is a key piece of property, and there are a number of others. And you know, if we're unsuccessful, or if we wait too long, or if we don't have the help from people who know about these properties, what happens is what happens over at the Busman property. You get a company like Toll Brothers comes in, cuts down all the trees, builds a bunch of McMansions, and you know, I'm sure they're going to be lovely homes at some point with lovely families. But there was also a beautiful piece of property right in the heart of Woodbridge that could have been preserved. And preserving the open space really helps keep the tax rate down, helps protect the budget from overspending. And it does it in a way where, you know, you bond to buy some property. In 20 years the bond is paid off, we own the property, and it's protected forever.
This is the second dog I've walked on this trail. I love what they've done here. They've enlarged the trails. They've made them much easier. I see people that take care of it. So someone picking up debris after the last storm. And yeah, there's certainly more trails than there were back in the 70s.
The Land Trust is about really people and volunteers. People coming together who are concerned about protecting the natural environment of the town of Woodbridge. It's about people who want to have nice recreational facilities and trails. We're always looking for people to help out, and in fact, when we do have a request for help, that's the one area where people really like to get involved, is walking through the woods and maintaining the trails. So you can always call me at 387-0020. We have a website that's being developed by Jim Bellata, and our web address is www.woodbridgelandtrust.org, and you can contact us through email off the website. The website will have a tremendous amount of information on the different committees of the trust, areas you can help out, and soon we'll have a number of trail maps listed that you can also download and print out and use for whatever walk you might want to go on.
I, Amy W. Morella, First Selectman, on behalf of the grateful citizens of Woodbridge, do declare that henceforth this pristine acreage is to be forever known as the Elderslie Preserve. Hurrah!
Hi, my name is John Benichov, and you just watched my film on the Woodbridge Land Trust. And it's really been a culmination of 3 years of participation in the video department here at Amity. I started off with Ms. Holzer's TV1 course, did Mr. First TV2 course, and this year decided to do an independent study. And through the independent study, I was able to create work like this and create this TV series. I've also helped Mr. First lay the groundwork for a TV3 course, which will start next year. I know when I watch DVDs, I enjoy watching the director's commentaries, get the inside scoop on the story. I actually have some stories of my own and I'd like to share them. I first became involved in the Woodbridge Land Trust through my Eagle Scout service project. I worked with Eric Demander, leading scouts on Woodbridge Land Trust property and creating a trail called Stafford's Path. And when the time came to choose a topic for my documentary, I chose to do the Woodbridge Land Trust. No matter how hard you plan, sometimes the best material is just a matter of being at the right place at the right time. And that proved to be true for me in one case when I was on my way home from editing here at the high school, and I was driving on Beecher Road next to the cornfields, and there were what must have been hundreds of birds flocking in the cornfields, and I wanted to get it on film, so I ran home, got my camera, and I got some of what I think to be the best shots in the whole video. I think that closing the film with a recurring theme of birds in the sun worked out pretty well. I'm glad we could put some of our material on the air. This content shows some of the good things that can come from our school system. I'm proud to be a part of that. And I also hope it inspires the viewers to get involved too, whether you're a student who enjoys video production or a citizen who has a good idea for a documentary and you'd like to see it on TV. You can contact us on the web address below, and we'd love to hear from you. We'd love the feedback. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy what you've been seeing, stay tuned because my short video on the Woodbridge Volunteer Fire Department is up next. Thanks.
The one we're looking for is up near Fairground. You can have your officer head up here. Deer is in the middle of Amity Road. Also engine 9, unit 57. 23.
My life with the fire department started in the 1940s after I got out of the service, and I've been a fireman ever since. Right now I have over 52 years service, and I've enjoyed every year of it. The training in the 40s wasn't like it is today. Today you go to school to learn how to fight fires. In the 40s up, we learned by experience. I started as a driver because I only lived a half a mile from the firehouse, and I was one of the closest members, but I still started as a sergeant of arms in the company. Then I went from there, I went to the first lieutenant, second lieutenant, third lieutenant, captain, and finally in '83, on my birthday, I had a chance to become the assistant fire chief. That was the year Emil Matty became fire chief in the fire department. I was the assistant at that time. I enjoyed every bit of it, and I still enjoy it today. For years, the town highway used to be the fireman on duty during the day. And if it was serious enough, a house fire or whatever, the whole Woodbridge Town Highway crew was able to go. In the 40s, uniforms, hats and gloves and oxygen was a thing I've never heard of. Today you go fully equipped. All the kind of gear, your breathing apparatus, radios, the whole 9 yards. I've seen a lot of things come and go. And at night, we get a fire call, and it's just like getting up in the middle of the night to go plow snow. It's your job.
I love you more.
My dad's been a volunteer firefighter for the town of Woodbridge for my entire life. Every time, there's a structural fire, something dangerous that he could be involved in, it's kind of a little bit unnerving. But other than that, you kind of get used to it.
They're used to it. I mean, I was a firefighter before I was married, before I had kids. They know it's an important job, and they hear the fire alarm go off at my house, and if it's a serious call, they expect me to get up and get out. I mean, all hours of the day or night. If we're available, we roll.
My kids both think it's great. Every time the whistle goes off, both kids are yelling fire call and want to go. They know every night when the test goes, they say it's just test, don't leave. My wife gets nervous. If I'm out for an extended period of time, she starts getting nervous. She has a scanner at home that she listens to and tries to keep track of what's going on.
It can be taxing sometimes on the family, especially when you have back-to-back meetings every night. You work all day at your full-time job, and then you attend meetings at night, and the days become long.
I'm a plumber. I work on industrial construction.
I'm a loan officer with a mortgage company.
I run a paper distribution company in Cheshire.
I work for a company in Wallingford, Delia. We're the distributor for Viking Appliances.
I'm an air traffic controller at Sikorsky Aircraft.
We have quite a bit of training here. There's many hours and months just to become a level 1 certified firefighter, and then there's many levels beyond that. Not to mention we have ongoing training throughout the year, and then there's many firefighters that are also EMTs like myself, and we have ongoing refreshers for that also.
So it really took up a lot of my time, as well as spending time at the firehouse doing other training, whether it be extrication drills or smokehouse drills or some of the continuous training that we do on new apparatus and new equipment. It's a lot of continuous education, but the initial training was a good 10 months.
It's a tremendous amount of time that they devote to the fire department. Long hours. We had a serious structure fire not too long ago, and it actually resulted in a fatality, and they worked from 10 of 8 at night till 5 o'clock in the morning. And to do something like that after working all day, it just shows that it's a tremendous commitment, and they all should be commended for the amount of time they put in and the effort that they provide to the town on a strictly volunteer basis.
I joined the department when I first came into town as a method of doing something for the community. I've always believed that if you're taking things out of the community, you should give something back.
We got some things for you. They don't see you in a couple days, all right?
For years, the firehouse has let us use the lawn here to sell trees to raise money for the scouts. It's been a great help for our troop, and we really appreciate it.
All through the shadows, we'll watch them come and watch them go. Oh, they go. With only one thing in common, they got the fire down below. Oh, they got one thing in common, they got the fire down below. Only got one thing in common, they got the fire down below.
Hi, this is Doug Murphy, and I'm proud to be a part of Amity's first ever televised show, Digital Video Productions. My cohort, John Benishoff, along with the guidance of Mr. Jonathan First, really got this program off the ground, and I'm looking forward to continuing this program with the best of my ability. We're still looking for more students with an interest in video to become a part of this amazing experience. I hope everyone enjoys John's work, and I'm honored to show you a sneak peek of DVP's next show, featuring a video magazine of Amity's graduating class of 2003. This video magazine has been a work in progress of mine for the 2002-2003 school year. I hope you all enjoy this preview, and will tune in next month for DVP's next show. Now, without any further delays, here's a sneak preview.
Thank you very much for watching the first DVP show produced by the Media Department at Amity High School. I'd like to thank John Benishoff for his work and Doug Murphy for help creating this class. And we'd like to introduce you to some of the students who will be continuing the work that began this year, and we will bring the community a series of documentaries which will air on the government access station. And here are some of the students you will be hearing from next year.
Jake Frank.
Cameron DeLeon.
Stuart King.
Shane. Okay, thank you very much.
All that you touch and all that you see, all that you taste, all you feel, and all that you love, and all that you hate, all you distrust, all you save, and all that you give, and all that you deal, and all that you buy, beg, borrow, or steal, and all you create, and all you destroy, and all that you do, and all that you say, and all that you eat, and everyone you meet, and all that you slight, and everyone you fight.